to another one of my reaction videos. Doing another typical Trini dish. I am going to be reacting to stewed chicken. If you guys didn't know, I'm your dietitian nutritionist, I'm your lifestyle expert and wellness coach. The aim of these videos is to tell you exactly what I would change in the recipe and why I would change it. Because health is wealth and you can't do anything without it. Lifestyle changes work, and if you're thinking about long-term results, making these little adjustments with your recipes can actually make a very big impact on your health and your life. So let's get straight into it. Last time I reacted to sada roti. If you have not checked it out already, go and do that. Looks good, looks good. Basically, we tend to eat this with rice, with macaroni pie. I mean, you name it, you can have stewed chicken with it. It's just that a lot of the times we tend to miss the balance, and this is a very well balanced meal. Rice with stewed chicken, beans, veggies, that's totally fine. So first thing we're gonna do is get the chicken. What you could probably do is remove the skin as well, remove visible fat, and make sure that you clean it well. Like, this is totally fine, but you can stick to your favorite pieces if you want to. It's really up to you what your preference is. Just know that the leanest and the less fatty is the breast, so all of this is fine. I think the main issue that I have is the salt. If you're not hypertensive, if you don't have any pressure issues, that's totally fine. You can add in your minimal salt to flavor. If you're using fresh seasonings, there's absolutely no reason to add any salt. I mean, with the meat, salt brings out a different flavor, and I do get that. But if you have chronic diseases in your family, if you are aware of your blood pressure and you have different issues, I would definitely recommend that you just use fresh seasonings. Honestly, the food still tastes amazing, promise you. It's just that your taste buds adapt to whatever you give it. So if you're accustomed to high salt all the time, then no salt or low salt. Added salt is gonna taste differently, but it's still gonna be delicious because you're gonna add a ton of other seasonings that will flavor the food naturally. Now in this case, adding the ketchup, you can if you want to. Ketchup has some sugar in it, in concept with tomato paste, and the soy sauce is high sodium. That is excessive amounts of sodium. Oh my god. I would never do that. I would not recommend that. Honestly, if you have low blood pressure and you have no blood pressure issues, it's not an issue. But we typically have high blood pressure in the Caribbean and the world. I mean, everyone is affected by this chronic disease because of our lifestyle. We have too much sodium in our foods, and there's sodium naturally. This is where I would make another change. Obviously, instead of sugar, which I don't use and I never do, you can use ROUCOU. ROUCOU root flavors food really well, and I tend to use ROUCOU with nearly everything. Just understand that it's gonna have a ton of calories in this compared to if you use ROUCOU root, which basically has none. Just know that if you're diabetic or you have blood sugar issues, then this is not the best option for you. You can definitely use ROUCOU root, and even if you're not and you have it in your family and you want to take precautions, do that. It's still gonna be brown. It may not be as dark, but it's still really delicious. If you want to do this stew in this way, you'd have to then understand how to balance your rest of your day to compensate for the excess calories that you're gonna get with this meal. It's a ton of excess calories that you don't need. With stewed chicken, I have a lot of changes, which sort of makes it a little low calorie, a little more nutritious and delicious. Because of our culture, we tend to not want anything different than what we know, because that's the way that we are. I would substitute the sugar for ROUCOU 100 times over. I would not use any ketchup or soy sauce because that is extremely high, and again, sugar and sodium and salt. I would not use that. I would leave all the fresh seasonings. It's wonderful, flavorful enough, and the natural flavors of food, honestly, if you just taste food and you enjoy what it is that you're eating, you don't need to add in all of these things that is just going to add excess calories and impact your body in a negative way. Of course, I would remove all visible skin and fat from the meat, and of course chicken breast is going to be the leanest. Again, it's your personal preference what you want to do, because health is wealth and you can't do anything without it. Don't forget to check me out on all my other social media links. I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. I do have my online nutrition consultancy, and I do have my organic products and services available to help you. What I want is for you to improve your wellness through lifestyle changes. Thanks again for joining me. I think I'm going to do doubles for my next video. Let's see how that goes. Bye! Remember, eat healthy, stay healthy, be happy.